Do 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 pow pow pow. All right, we're rolling live from the wasteland. This is Freedom Phil out here next to the survival pod. And what's the topic right now? Can you at least proof check your work before you put it on the internet? I'm talking about advertisers. You know, when you're trying to sell me something, can you at least check to see if the vernacular on the pronunciation of the words actually sounds like the word is pronounced by, I don't know, most people in the country you're trying to sell something in? We're like, why does this get so angry? Because I remember a better era. Yes, I'm from the forgotten age that most of you remember, when advertising actually, surprise, had the objective of selling you something. And it really is like, you know, the thumbnail for this video. They expect you to be garbage goober. Look, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Rick and Morty, garbage goober, look it up. By the way, Freedom Phil, like, subscribe. Let's get into this. And hey, turn up the video speed. And why do I always say this? Because, dude, if you're watching this at regular speed after I upload it, what are you doing? 1.75. The channel's name is literally instructions of how to live a better life. Turn up the video speed. Because your mind can be tuned to take in far more. You can be overclocked. Yeah, let's get into it. So, watching, listening as I'm, doing a little cooking here. By the way, up to 350 today. On not a perfect day. I'm like, wow, that's incredible. It's probably super cancerous today. And got some pasta going, got a little of that chicken in there, and that questionable chicken, it's fucking delicious, But as I'm listening at the end of a podcast, an ad comes on. And I don't know why. Okay, maybe we trace why I can't stand when people mispronunciate certain words. And I do it. We all do it occasionally. Maybe it's because back when I lived in the Northwest, when I was younger, in my early 20s, during the age of antiquity, the Lady Moon Project era of my life, to be real about it, there were hippie chicks that all had that SoCal, the kind of the meth head hippie chick, kind of party drug girl. Yeah. Well, how's that going for you girls? How you looking today? I mean, I know I look like shit, but God, burned it all at both ends, honeys. And they'd be all using their Valley Girl, yeah, or like another one in Washington is the pronunciation is George Washington. You go to Eastern Washington, and they say it like a fucking retard. And I even had an argument with my boss over there when I worked in West Idaho. It's Washington. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. Nobody says it like that. And he would have been well within his rights to fire me. And that guy was a firebrand. And I don't know what it was. It's like, I didn't fuck him around. And I didn't, I was like, hey, if I screwed up, I'd just be like, hey, man, I screwed up. This is what happened. This is how it happened. This is even the logic of why I did it. Because I was moving this to move that. It turned out this flipped this way. And oops, something happened. I'm not trying to hide it from you. And look, and I do the line where they're like salivating. They're like, okay, at this point, we can... we got him. We're going to be able to lean on him. I'm like, and if I were you, I'd fire me. And that just fucks with their head. Oh, we need this driver. He's really good at what he does. Once they know that you're not afraid, and you don't even, it's not that you don't care. It is a thing, but you don't care, Beautiful, beautiful. I remember that it's just certain times, pronunciation. So I'm watching this little deal there, this little thing from Aaron Clarey. And at the end of it, along comes on. By the way, if you haven't seen Aaron Clarey's channel, he's great. He's like a more balanced version of Raymond. Like, I feel sorry for Raymond sometimes. It's like, Raymond's doing all right. But at the end of it, this ad for these auto parts comes on. And it comes on talking about, well, see, the problem, we need to explain how a solenoid, solenoid, I've never once in my life heard anybody, and I'm sorry if I'm coming off like Red Foreman from That 70s Show, but let's be real about it. I guess I kind of am to some degree. I'm kind of like Red Foreman. I've never once heard anybody say, so annoyed. Never heard that in all my American existence. Maybe that's the way they pronounce it in China, or that's how they pronounce it in jolly old England, so annoyed. But we're here in America. This ad is being shown to me in America. Can you say the fucking word right? Solenoid. And people are like, why does this get on under your skin so heavily. I feel like I'm from a better age, a forgotten age that we all lived in. You go back and watch old advertisement, and they really were trying to sell you something. There was some quality put in. They actually watched their fucking advertisements before they put them out. And you know why they did that? Because they wanted to make sure not to look like a friggin' idiot. Which, I don't know. Maybe with this AI crap, that's really, they don't care. They're like, well, we just made this, we use program AI. AI is the future. The AI has less intelligence at this point than a fucking cockroach. Now, maybe some government issue, like they're always trying to blow smoke. We have these super missiles, this super that, like Russia versus America. You don't even know the technology we have. Yo, bro, communists, we have super technology. Turns out they might all be bluffing. They might all be full of shit. But I wouldn't surprise me if there are more intelligent AIs out there. And most of the people using these AIs, and this is the kind of thing where you got to look at it and think to yourself, because this particular ad probably came out of China, probably came out of some East Bloc, some fucking fuck shit country that you don't even know how to pronounce. So they don't even know that the AI is saying it wrong. They, like someone in India, I speak perfect English, but it's like India English. Well, I speak American, which is not perfect English. And you're trying to do business in America. Can you speak the fucking language? Like, because you got a crappy landline over there. I don't know what you got. You got some crappy line. And I'm trying to go, by the way, your U.S. Postal Service, so fucking bankrupt that they have to have people from India working the call centers. Wow. The U.S. Postal Service. And don't get me wrong. I got nothing against the average mailman, the average mail woman, whatever you want to say. And by the way, fuck this mailman. Like, Jesus Christ, like garbage man. And by the way, the PC version of that is sanitary engineer. Fuck that shit. I'm a motherfucking garbage man. Back when I was a garbage man. Like if you ever heard that song, 100% real, you know the rest of the line. Why you make it in my kitchen? Just saying. Back in the day when they made ads, they were quick, they were funny. If you were listening to it on the radio, you understood what they were doing. It wasn't this long musical nonsense, and then you have to go to your phone because you're busy doing something else. You're cooking or doing something, you got to go back and push skip. The ads were quick, decisive, and they would actually work on radio. Like a good Geico ad. Geico ad works whether you do it or not. Doritos ad works great whether you hear it on the radio or see it on TV. A good ad for TV is a good ad that would work on radio. It's fast, it's efficient. You treat the time like the people that are out there actually have things to do. You don't make it a fucking goddamn infomercial, and you don't use this robot bullshit that can't even get the words right. And this is where, can I really blame the robot for being wrong? Can I really blame this so-called AI? Synergies, bro. AI technology, it's the future. Yeah, eventually. But right now, it's fucking dumber than a cockroach. Oh man, let it drive your car. Dumber than a cockroach. Have fun with that. Honestly, you want to test all that AI driving shit first? Let's do it with the school buses full of, suburban scumbag kindergartners. Yeah, let's start out with them. Let's see how that rolls in. And you get a few buses full of dead kids, and you watch how quickly everybody's like, wait a minute. Everybody wants you to be the one to jump. Everybody wants you to be the first penguin off the fucking ice ledge. That's the truth of it. But all I'm asking, in all my casual ranting rage, just the way I am, can you proof check your fucking work before you put it out? See, I think AI is a good thing in the long run. I think AI art and AI this or that, it will lead us to some good things. It'll allow a normal person that can't do the things that we needed the crew of people we needed 5 years ago, it'll allow the average person to make their dreams. But if it was someone making their dream, you bet they proof check their shit and see if it looked right. They'd be like, oh, well, this doesn't look right. And they'd fix it. But when you got these people trying to sell you an auto parts, something, and look, if you watch some of the videos of the AI generated people, it's 100% AI. And it's okay, we can make deep fakes, we can make porn, we can make anything these days. We can make anime, we can make whatever the hell we want. At least get the voicing right to where it looks like it was actually done by a person. Show enough respect to your customers. And that's why, like the thumbnail shows, yes, I believe that the current advertisement, they're so used to feeding you trash, and the entire market is now trash. Well, see, we got to reduce the cost. We got to reduce the cost. How much time does it really check to proof check this shit? And they're like, yeah, but I Wanganese motherfucker over in China no know how to speak proper English. Oh no, don't speak. So they're just gonna go with it. Oh, sound fine. Yeah, robots say sound fine. Maybe just get one person that speaks proper whatever country you're going to. They speak the normal dialect. Have them look it over and go, no. And I'm not like big on voice actors, by the way, but maybe there is a time and a place that if the robot can't get these words right to actually sell the product, maybe you do need a person to do that job until they can manage to make an AI that does it right. Because this lazy shit that I see for advertising, it really is like they expect you to be Rick and Morty garbage goober. Trash, trash, trash. I love trash. And maybe, have you seen TikTok? Have you seen the fucking intelligence of the average person? Like, you look at what these kids coming out. These kids are practically mouth breathers. Like the example of the turkeys. They're all lined up outside looking at the sky with their mouths open. And there's like legends or myths that turkeys would drown themselves in the rain. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. And as much as we're dumbing ourselves down, either it'll be a collapse or who knows, maybe an alien takeover. Or some other country. Like, I gotta imagine the people in the Middle East, the religion of peace, trucks of peace. I imagine they look over here and go, no, it's never been better. It is ripe. It's time. It is ripe to take them over. They are too placid. They are too stupid and weak. We could do this. We could do this on cruise control. Same thing with a communist. So, the communists would be like, oh, these people are so weak and placid. It's cruise control takeover. So you got on one side, you got the one group of people over here trying to take you over religiously, and you got the other group of people trying to take you over economically and, ideologically. And look, they're winning in the colleges. But no, maybe the shitty AI advertising is just a sign of the times. Because God forbid you at least proof check solenoid. Solenoid. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. Solenoid. Solenoid cylinder. Never fucking heard anybody say solenoid. But yeah, you're expected to be garbage goober. So, Freedom Phil, like, subscribe. Y'all take it easy. And hey, peace. By the way, for those that wonder what that little thing that goes on at the very beginning of it, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. A little bit of music I'm doing. That is just to get the damn video to activate correctly. It's part of the reason I really would like to get another potato phone where I have 240p to record on. Not only could I upload the videos at warp speed, like a New York second, because 240 takes next to nothing, but I could, I could just click it on and it's on. Freedom Phil, like, subscribe, peace.